Hey, what's going on guys, welcome back to a monster video. So in today's video I'm back with another monster review. We have OG Bone, which is actually a mythic version of the legendary monster Alex Bone. So yeah, we have the mythic version now, and I'm going to be doing a review for this monster from level 1 to 100 in today's video. So you guys will see the best skills, the best everything basically about this monster, everything you need to know. And also we're going to take it to battle as well, and I might do a part 2 later on once I get this monster to rank 3 because I did get the pass. So if you guys do want a part 2 where we actually rank up a little more and we unlock all the traits and stuff like that, then I can go ahead and do that for you guys. Just let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, if you guys are excited for today's video, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. That will also help with the YouTube algorithm. Anyways, let's go on and get started. So as you can see, we have OG Bone here. It's currently level 7 because I had to feed it up a little, and I did it on accident for a race, and I was like, you know what, it's fine. But yeah, I was actually I had like 2 rune slots open, and the third one I went ahead and just unlocked it because there's a discount right now and I wanted to take advantage of it, you know what I mean? But anyways, so this monster is actually based off of the community, basically, like the names of the monster for this monster, like the names of it for the skills. It's actually based off of the community, which is cool. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get it to level 100. Let's check out the stats here. So 9,713 strength, 112,496 life, not bad. And then lastly, speed 7,535. That's actually a pretty good amount of speed. I'm gonna say that's great. That's a great amount of speed. All right, so trait wise, you have immune to blind at rank 0, so you have blind immunity there. Then you have hardened at rank 1, which is actually quite alright. And then rank 3, you have that self evasion basically. So overall, I really like the status caster. These other two, not that I'm not really a big fan of it, but the status caster is really nice. You know, starting off with that evasion, so they'll have to end up cleansing that in order to attack you, or they might have to use a pierce monster against you. You know what I mean? But yeah. Overall, if you could get it to rank 3, I recommend doing that just for the status caster, so you start off with the evasion. But let's go ahead and actually take a look at the skills. We're gonna do it in just a second, but take a look at the ultimate. Out of context bird, which is a very heavy, not very heavy, sorry, deals heavy thunder damage to all enemies, disables traits on all enemies, applies mega corruption to all enemies. That's a really good ultimate, I've gotta say. That's like insane. It's really good. Let's take a look at the skills here. So, Martin the Year Taker. It's a moderate special damage to all enemies, applies corruption to all enemies. So, I recommend running this. It's an AoE corruption. Let's see what else we have. Eric's Claw, which is a moderate special damage to one enemy, applies mega corruption. This is also good because mega corruption lasts for 2 turns. In case if the enemy ends up, you know, recharging on the first one, you have a high chance of the enemy landing or using a skill next turn for sure. If not, they could just end up charging up to 2 times basically, and it'll kind of work as like a mega freeze or a mega stun. You know what I mean? Anyways, we have this Marianne business, which is a heavy ton of damage to one enemy, applies stun to one enemy. Cool. Alright, let's see what else we have. OG just disappears a lot, which is an evasion to itself, true vision to itself. So if you want to apply this, you know, you can. So you can start off with this in the beginning. So if you don't have this monster to rank 3, you could use this skill and basically start off with that evasion, true vision. True vision basically makes your skills more precise. So next turn, if you want to, for example, land the corruption, AoE corruption, you can do that. You can do the stun, which will land 100%. Same with the mega corruption, you know what I mean? So that is guaranteed there. Now you also have an AoE blind, 50% blind. If you want to use this, you can go for it. Let's see what else we have. This other skill, Amarna and W did my tattoo, which is a moderate thunder damage to one enemy, applies daze to one enemy, applies evasion to itself. Oh, you can also go with this, by the way. Okay, if you want, you can go with this. If you don't have it to rank 3 for that evasion, you know what I mean? You can go ahead and start off with something like this. So you apply the daze, which reduces the power and accuracy, and also it gives you evasion. And the evasion is only for 1 turn now. Same thing with this one. This is also 1 turn, I say. Yeah. Alright, let's see what else we have. Poratra's Story, which is a moderate turn damage to one enemy, applies blind. And then lastly, Lewis Case, which is a moderate thunder damage to one enemy, applies daze to one enemy. This is spammable, so it's good against any monsters that hit you with CDA. So if you want to run this as a backup, you can. But honestly, overall, I'd probably go with this skill set right here. So if you want to copy this skill set, you can. Now, you can also swap the OG Disappears a lot with either Tragic Accidents or Existence, sorry. Or you can go with the Tattoo skill. And lastly, you could probably go with Lewis as well. The only one I wouldn't really suggest running would probably be the moderate thunder damage, this story skill right here, okay? But anyways, now that we got all the 4 skills set here, let's see what we have here. Okay, so Oh, you have Amulet and Trap here. Okay. For Amulet, let me give you guys some options. You could do Pangolit's Amulet if you have that. Master Rat's Amulet also works out. Tina's Amulet also works out. And if you want to go with Cher's Amulet, you can. Okay. Wouldn't be a bad option. I'm personally going to go with Tina's Amulet because I'm going to need some stamina as backup. So for traps, the best to give would probably be Wormhole's Trap. If you want to give in Rotten Trap, you can do that as well. Same with Mantis and... No, just Mantis, honestly. Mantis and Nabulans, okay? So the ones that I mentioned, Mantis, Nabulan, Rotten Trap, and lastly, Wormhole Trap, you can choose whichever one you want to go with and give that. But if you do have Wormhole Trap, of course you want to go with that. You know, it's Obsidian and it works very well. I personally am going to go with Rotten Trap here. So yeah, we have all that said. By the way, if you have this monster to rank 1 or above, you have a talent in there, right? It's already unlocked and you want to give a talent. And in case you're wondering what to give, you can give in like a face shield. Face shield works best in my opinion. And there's also a couple more that you can go with, you know what I mean? But face shield would be the best to give. All right, either that or the bodyguard one, which is actually I think in his saga, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, I'll be doing his saga very soon. Make sure you guys are subscribed to see that. I'm really excited to do that. But anyways, for the rings, here's what I recommend giving. So I know for a fact that I'm gonna get this monster to rank 5, but the thing is, I'm just not sure. Well, I'm thinking about getting him to rank 5, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to get him to rank 5, you know what I mean? So that's what I was thinking about Malarian season as well, but I ended up just getting him to like 137 or something. So what I'll do is just give this monster some level 4 runes for now, because we're going to test it to an adventure map anyway. So here's what you guys can give, okay? For the runes, I recommend giving in triple speed. So if you do have triple speed, you could go with this. If you don't want to go with triple speed, you could go with 2 speed and 1 team speed. So this also works out, especially if you're going to be pairing it up with another monster. Let's say this monster with triple speed, right? It's faster than your other monster. Then in that case, you can nerf the speed a little bit by giving in 2 speed and 1 team speed. You can make the other monster fast. And the other monster has to be a monster that could take in the first turn and remove positive side effects. So for example, any monsters that takes in the first turn and removes positive side effect would be like Dragon, right? Chillong. You can run that on his side. Go with that. You can also do the Drobonaut monster. That would be a perfect pair up actually, because you remove positive side effect and also trade disable, right? In case you face any Megaton monsters. So it's best to pair this monster up with any other monster that could take in the first turn and remove positive side effect or trade disable, of course, but mainly remove positive side effect because you'll see a lot of Megaton monsters on PvP. All right, so yeah, this is something that I'm going to go with, but I'm going to go with triple speed because I know for a fact that this monster will take in the second turn after my Drobonaut, because I'm going to be pairing it up with that. But yeah, now that we have everything set, let's go ahead and take it to battle. In case you guys are wondering what type of team to go with, here is what I suggest. So let me go ahead and actually choose this monster. So should be right here. So you have your basically Denier, right? This is the monster that possesses, this is the monster that stuns and everything. So you got that in there, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, what you can do is pair up any monster that could take in the first turn. For example, the Dragon works once again. You can also do, let me see, any other monsters that once again takes in the first turn. Like for example, if you have the Dew still works, you can do that. And also Jakuna High also works out. So if you do have Jakuna High, go ahead and do that. But me personally, I'm gonna go with this monster, Drobonaut, which is an excellent monster to pair up with OG Bone. So go ahead and do that. And lastly, any tanks, literally any tanks. So it could be, for example, Fosarius, you could do Olafanatic, you could do whatever, or it could be an attacker as well. You know, it doesn't have to be just a tank, it could be an attacker. So yeah, you could literally do any tanks. I'm gonna personally probably just go with like my Olafanatic actually. Let's go with Olafanatic. So here's the thing. We start off with taking the first turn. Let's say there was a Megaton on the enemy side, right? I would start off with target disarmed, which removes positive side effect and trade disables, right? Even if there's a Pangoloya, it doesn't matter. You still trade disable, right? You get rid of the evasion, not evasion, sorry. You get rid of their trait, which is Megaton. So now you're free to attack anyone. Now, the turn order would be this first and then OG Bone right after. With OG Bone, what you could do is either corrupt everybody, okay? You could do single target stun, or you could do Eric's Claw, which is a mega corruption to one enemy, and it's for 2 turns. Or you could just go with OG, just disappears a lot. But you might as well just go with like mega corruption or something. So let's go ahead and land that. Sorry, not mega corruption, it's just a corruption, that's all. Not mega corruption. So these monsters are definitely dead with those 2 tortures. But if they ended up surviving, you already know they would have just attacked themselves or charged up, of course. But if they ended up attacking themselves, they would have died because their health are super low, you know, even if the tortures weren't there, for example. But anyways, let's actually take it somewhere right here. For example, we're gonna go ahead and fight against this. So we're gonna start off with the AoE, or sorry, single target trade disable, just like that. So now that I trade disable that, I can apply my any type of torture I want. So if I do have any torture skills, I can just go ahead and land it. So now that it's my turn here, you also have this Mega Corruption skill, which is actually one of his best skills to get to run. So Mega Corruption lasts for 2 turns. So that Mega Corruption will just land on one monster and it just Mega Corrupts the enemy for 2 turns, right? So now what I can do is charge up. Actually, I'm gonna attack right here so I can get rid of one of those monsters, and then I'll do Stomp the Mouse here, just like that. And you know what, let's go ahead and charge up and let this monster get a turn in, because remember what this mythic will do, or not mythic, legendary, what this monster will do is either charge up or attack himself. So let's see what happens here. Look, he just attacked himself. Unfortunately, he missed. His accuracy was pretty bad, so he missed. But if he ended up attacking, then he would have hurt himself. And as you can see, the Mega Corruption is still there because it lasts for 2 turns once again. Now, if I wanted to stun it, I could stun it with the Marion business, or I could go ahead and corrupt again. So you have 2 forms of denial, which is really cool. So if, let's say, it was recently possessed or recently Mega Corrupted, you can go ahead and just do the stun skill, you know what I mean? And kind of like cycle that through, you know what I mean? So yeah, let me see if I can actually reset this. No, I can't reset it. Okay. All good, all good. We're gonna let you get a turn in. Let's see what you do this time. You might end up recharging this time. Yep, okay. So it's either they recharge or they attack themselves. So once again, once it says recently possessed or corrupted, right? It's only gonna be for 1 turn, so you can go ahead and use your sun, for example. So they'll lose a turn in from there. You know what I mean? Because of that. And you can just continue doing that, you know what I mean? Over and over again. So yeah, let me see here. We could do the evasion and true vision, so this way we don't really miss any of our skills. As you guys can see, we have true vision, so precision is doubled. And if I wanted to apply the Eric's Claw, which is Mega Corruption, for 2 turns, that will land 100% because once again we have that. I'm gonna do my ultimate. We apply vulnerability, so you don't always need an attacker on your side, you know what I mean? Something like this will work out, but if you want to put an attacker there instead of your tank, go for it. You know, no one's stopping you. You can go in and do that. I'm gonna go on and hit you with this, and just like that we took them all down. So overall, this monster is actually not that bad. Is it worth your money for the Legends Pass? Yes. Okay, it is a great monster, great speed, of course, and if you pair it up correctly, you can actually play very well. And it's not a bad monster, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's not bad at all. So yeah, but that's going to be pretty much it for today's Monster Legends monster review. I hope you guys did enjoy today's review on OG Bone. If you did, drop a like. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about him, of course. And that's going to be pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.